Hello, hello, very good evening. How's everyone doing? What a joy it is to be with you again tonight. I'm really excited because I know that in this community already, there are a lot of new people who have come to build a team, who have come to make their dreams come true. So I'm really thrilled to be back in this space and even more so knowing that there are new people in our community who haven't heard this information yet. For those who don't know me, I'm Valentina Escobar. I'm part of the team from Latin America, from NV Latin America. And tonight, I have the opportunity to join you with a topic that's quite interesting for all of us. And that's the legal backing we have as NVL on a global level. So give me a moment. I'm going to share my screen with our presentation. And let's get started. I want to recommend that if you have any questions or if you want to contribute anything through the chat, please feel free to do so. The chat is open for you to take advantage of this space, and let's make it as dynamic as possible. This learning space that NV Global is offering us. So I'll start by telling you that this NV Global Legal Backing Training has been designed by our company to highlight the legal support we have as a company worldwide. It is very important for us to show you and also provide evidence that we are a legally established company, not only in Turkey, as many of you know, where our offices operate, but also in other cities around the world where different products are available, our own. So we have international backing that guarantees all the company's users that NV Global is providing services, ensuring transparency, security, and trust. For those joining us today for the first time in this room and who perhaps have not had the chance to attend any of our trainings, I want to tell you that NV Global is a technology company focused on integrating fiat money trust with cryptocurrencies. Although various operations are carried out internationally in digital markets, the goal of all of them is to integrate fiat money with cryptocurrencies. For that reason, I invite you to learn about our different products and the ecosystem we have designed for all our users worldwide by attending our business presentations. For the teams in Latin America, we are presenting the business from Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Colombian time. Our team is in at this moment operating from Colombia, but serving Latin America and different parts of the world. We also have business presentations from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. That means right after this training, we have a business presentation for people who are not yet familiar with the product. Getting a bit into the subject and speaking specifically about the legal support we have as a company, I want to ask you a question and I'd like you to help me with your answers through the chat. Why do you think legal backing is important for international operation? I'm reading your responses in the chat. I'd like us to be very active in this training. So I invite you to share your input and ideas with me about why legal backing is important in international operations. You're a bit shy today. What's going on? Wondering. All right. You're all a bit shy. So I'm going to continue by telling you the reasons that as the Latin America team, we have to demonstrate this importance, okay? So the first reason why legal backing is extremely important in international operations is because we as a company, as NV Global, on a global level, can protect ourselves, we can prevent sanctions, blockages, legal disputes, conflicts where we might be involved, and our operations and profitability could be affected, right? So that's the first reason why we are interested in complying with the regulations, no matter which country we're in, okay? Wherever we are registered, obviously that's our main focus. But wherever we want to establish ourselves legally, we are interested in protecting ourselves against any legal conflict that we might face worldwide. The second reason why we are interested in complying with these regulations is because by doing so, we can meet international standards and in this way reach more countries, okay? So for example, in Colombia, there are regulations that prevent us from engaging in money laundering, that prevent tax evasion, and that require us to know, we are obligated to know the people with whom we have commercial and tax-related relationships. Therefore, it is very important for us to be able to comply with these regulations to ensure our own security, as mentioned in the first point we gave you, and also to build trust and credibility with our users. You know that if we are going to enter into a business relationship today, the first thing we look for is that the company or individual we are going to deal with is not involved in these criminal activities I mentioned, such as money laundering, tax evasion, or well, we don't know who we are dealing with. So it's important to have information about who we are doing business with as required by Colombian regulation, CALEC, which obliges us to know who we are trading with. The fourth reason, which is very important, why we need to have a solid legal backing is because we are interested in expanding our market, in this case in Latin America. That's why today I'm greeting you from Latin America, specifically from Colombia, and we are also expanding into Asia and Europe. So what is it that having legal backing is going to guarantee us? Well, it means that we will be able to comply with the regulations of any country and that we will grow in a solid, secure, and stable way. This will also absolutely guarantee to our users that every single time they do business with us, we will always ensure that we operate fully and completely legally. So by being able to guarantee our solid growth, we will be able to offer our services and products for much longer on a global scale. The fifth reason I have right now to tell you about our legal backing is protection. All of this is closely tied to the protection we can provide to our investors and clients. Since we are already complying with international regulations, we are therefore required to operate with transparency, with ethics, and to provide all our users with the assurance that their money and assets are being managed properly. All right? We have questions at this moment. The internet is unstable. Don't tell me. Can you all hear me well? Can you see everything clearly? There are no questions. Very well, all set. Thank you very much. All set. All set. All set. So let's continue. And now getting into the subject of the legal support that we have as NV Global. So I'm going to start by telling you that 20 months ago in Hong Kong, just imagine this presentation is already mapped out. 20 months ago in Hong Kong, we registered as a company. We had our first commercial registration, and this registration can be found through Google under the business name Neva IT Limited. That is the name under which we are officially registered in the Hong Kong market, and we have our certificate, which clearly proves that we exist as a legal company. The second certificate we have is the commercial certificate we hold in Turkey. In Turkey, many of you already know that our offices operate in the city of Antalya. It is the main city where we are operating. For that reason, the company's management decided to set up their offices in this city. And obviously, in order to have offices, serve the public, and operate legally in this country, we needed a commercial certificate, which is the one you can see here on the screen. You will also be able to obtain this certificate online. It probably won't be as easy to find as the one from Hong Kong, which appears with the very first search we do on Google. But if you have a hard time getting it, I can send it to you via WhatsApp first, and you can also find it in the legal terms of all the products that are part of the NV Global ecosystem. So if you log into the exchange, once you have a username and can access with your username and password, you will be able to find this document under legal terms. The same applies to the wallet in NV Wallet. There, you will be able to find the documents that guarantee our company is legal. It is legally established in Turkey. Well, now we need to talk about one of our financial partners. It is truly one of the most important partnerships that we currently have at this point in time. It is the license we hold with the investment fund Egea Holdings. This investment fund exists in the Czech Republic, and it is the license that allows us to provide these services. So it enables us to trade in financial markets and offer payment services like the ones we already provide through our cards. At the moment, the card only works in Europe, but they are already working on expanding it worldwide, and we also have operations with cryptocurrency. They allow us to access financial consulting and also operate as an exchange. So as you may know, we have our own exchange, Binance, and this is the main operator. This investment fund is the operator of our exchange and our wallet. Here on this page, you'll be able to find more specific information about who the investment fund I'm mentioning right now is and who regulates them. So here I can tell you that it is an investment fund established in the Czech Republic, regulated by the Czech National Bank, and licensed by the People's Republic of China Central Bank. Why all these regulations? Because they specialize in the management and appreciation of financial assets, real estate, and securities. And these are the entities in charge, the ones I'm mentioning, the Czech National Bank and the People's Bank of Chinare, responsible for regulating these activities in their respective countries. At this moment, as I mentioned earlier, Egia Holdings is the operator of our exchange, BITNEVEX, and the operator of NV Wallet as a digital wallet. And here I have a very important little piece of information that hasn't been published, yet we're getting a bit ahead of the news. It's the operator that will start issuing the physical and digital credit cards that we're going to begin working with also under the NV brand. We also have extremely important and significant Emirati backing and support, and notably, that is the strategic alliance we have with the Al Maktoum Investment Group, right? This is a very financially strong family in Dubai. They are a very important leader in the financial world in this part of the world. They have a presence in more than 50 countries where they obviously have investments in different sectors of the economy in these various countries where they operate, and they own no less than 20% of NV Global. They have an alliance and extremely large investments in our exchange, BITNEVEX, and for that reason, they are very interested in our global success since they have economic interests in our company. So it's a very important alliance that we have, as shown in the document we can see on the screen, which is the first page. We can see that it was agreed upon with the CEO of BITNEVEX, whom many of you had the chance to meet this past May in Bogota, Colombia, when they came to visit us, provide product training, and launch in Latin America, Mr. Nikolai Ivanov. He is the representative involved in this alliance, right? I'd like to know if you have any questions so far. Well, you're all being very shy today, really, really shy. Or maybe I'm going too fast with information. Well, we also have legal regulations in place for our BITNEVEX exchange. This exchange was established in the Czech Republic and is currently being regulated and supervised by these two authorities in the Czech Republic. The European Securities and Markets Authority, also known as ESMA, and MiCA, which is the regulation for crypto asset markets, both of which operate within the Czech Republic. As I mentioned before, once you have successfully obtained a username and password for the BITNEVEX exchange, you will then be able to access this platform and carefully review the legal terms and conditions of its establishment, as well as our obligations and responsibilities to you as users of the exchange. Perfect. So as a conclusion, I can tell you that for us at NV Global, having our legal backing is not exactly a luxury, nor is it simply a way to attract users. Our legal backing is extremely important. It is a necessity that we as a company have considered essential in order to guarantee our solid growth worldwide and our long-term success. This is one of the first guarantees that we offer our users, that we will be able to grow worldwide easily with this legal backing. And of course, by complying with the regulations and rules set by the different countries. And in this way, we are also reaffirming our commitment to the legality of our company, to business ethics, and to the protection of all users and the assets of all users who are joining our company and believing in our business vision. I invite you to check out this training on our YouTube channel, which has been designed as a multilingual platform where you will find information in different languages such as German, Russian, Spanish, English, among others, so that you not only keep this information for yourselves, but also share it and pass it on to the people in your teams around the world. No matter the language, we can provide you with this information. I can also share a brochure with you via WhatsApp where this information is summarized. It has been designed precisely so that you, in your one-on-one presentations, can also present this legal backing that the company has. At the same time, I also invite you, if you haven't joined yet, if you are not yet in our broadcast channels, to use this QR code to immediately join our Telegram channel, where we are sending information about what is currently happening in Turkey, training materials, business presentation information, and we are also sharing tools that can help you achieve more secure growth. I would like to know again if you have any questions or concerns about all the topics we've been discussing during this little while. I'm reading your messages. I'm reading thumbs up. Well, it seems there are no questions. I hope everything has been to your liking and clear to you. And in case you have any concerns, you can also reach out to me through WhatsApp. So it has truly been a pleasure for me to accompany you this evening. I invite you to join the business presentation at 8 o'clock tonight. Today, it will be given by Mr. Juan Manuel Jimenez, and it's quite interesting information coming from our marketing director for Latin America. So just to remind you, my name is Valentina Escobar, and it has been a pleasure to be with you. Have a very good night. See you later.